Philosophy of anger. It will be admitted on all hands that everyone, without any exception whatsoever, is a victim of this horrible malady. Indeed, control of anger will bring in its train supreme peace and immeasurable joy. As such, let me presently describe in detail what anger is, its various forms, how it affects the nervous system, its exact relationship with passion, and lastly, the various practical methods that can be safely employed to effectively eradicate it, root and branch. My one fervent appeal to you all is that you will apply yourselves heart and soul to the eradication of this dire disease by following these valuable practices. Anger is a vritti or modification that arises in the mind lake when the gunas, rajas and tamas predominate. It is rajoguna vritti. Some take it as a tamoguna vritti. It is a wave of unpleasant feeling that arises from the antakarana when one gets displeased with another. It is, in other words, a modification of desire or passion. Just as milk is changed into curd, so also desire becomes changed into anger. It is the most formidable enemy of peace, knowledge, and devotion. It is the straightest road to hell itself. Anger is manifested of Shakti or Devi. In Chandi Path or Durga Saptashati, you will find Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Krodha Rupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. I bow again and again to that Devi who is seated in all beings in the form of anger. It was Arjuna who asked Sri Krishna, "But what impels man to commit sin, O Krishna, in spite of himself and driven as it were by force?" The Blessed Lord said, Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidyena miha vairinam. Dhume na vriyate vanhihi yatha darsho malena cha yatholbena vrito garbhaha tatha tene damavritam. It is desire, it is wrath, which springs from passion. Know that it is our enemy here, a monster of greed and sin. As a flame is enveloped by smoke, as a mirror by dust, and as an unborn babe by the womb, so is this enveloped by that. Gita, chapter 3, verses 37 and 38. Then again says Sri Krishna, Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanamatmanaha kamah krodhastatha lobhaha tasmadetat trayantyajet. Three are the gateways of this hell, leading to the ruin of the soul: lust, wrath, and greed. Therefore, let man renounce these three. Gita, chapter 16, verse 21. Anger resides in the Linga Sharira, astral body, but it percolates into the physical body just as water percolates through the pores to the outer surface of an earthen pot. Just as heat melts lead, just as heat and borax melt gold, so also Kama and Krodha, the heating factors of the mind, melt the mind. Anger begets 8 kinds of vices. All evil qualities and actions proceed from anger. If you can eradicate anger, all bad qualities will die by themselves. The 8 vices are injustice, rashness, persecution, jealousy, taking possession of others' property, killing, harsh words, and cruelty. When a man's desire is not gratified and when someone stands in the way of its fulfillment, the man becomes angry. The desire gets transformed into anger. When one is under the sway of anger, he will commit all sorts of sinful deeds. He loses his memory, his understanding becomes clouded, and his intellect gets perverted. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha, buddhinashat pranashyati. From anger comes delusion, from delusion the loss of memory, from loss of memory the destruction of discrimination, from destruction of discrimination he perishes. Anger is the greatest enemy. Contentment is the Nandana garden, the heavenly flower of Indra, and peace is the Kamadhenu. Therefore, take to forgiveness. Atman is different from the body, the Indriyas, prana, and the intellect. It is self-effulgent, unchangeable, pure, and formless. An angry man commits murder. He himself does not know what he is exactly doing. He becomes emotional and impulsive. A man, when he is angry, will talk anything. He will do anything he likes. A hot word results in fighting and stabbing. He is under intoxication. He loses his normal consciousness for the time being. He falls a prey to anger. Irritation, frowning, resentment, indignation, rage, fury, wrath are all varieties of anger according to the degree of intensity. If a man wants to correct another man and manifests slight anger unselfishly as a force to check and improve him, then it is called righteous indignation or spiritual anger. Suppose a man molests a woman and tries to outrage her modesty, and a bystander becomes angry with the criminal. It is called righteous indignation or noble rage. This is not bad. Only when the anger is the outcome of greed, of selfish motives, it is bad. Sometimes a religious teacher has to manifest a little anger outwardly to correct his disciples. This is not bad. He has to do it. But he should be cool within and hot and impetuous without. He should not allow the anger to take deep root in his antakarana for a long time. It should pass off the next moment even as a wave subsides in the sea. If a man becomes irritable for trifling things very often, it is a definite sign of mental weakness. When a man abuses you and when a man takes away your cloth or coat, if you keep quiet, that is a positive sign of inner strength. Self-restraint or self-control is a sign of great mental strength. An easily irritable man is always unjust. He is swayed by impulses and emotions. Anger gains strength by repetition. If it is checked then and there, man gains immense strength of will. When anger is controlled, it becomes transmuted into spiritual energy that can move the three worlds. Just as heat or light is changed into electricity, so also anger becomes changed into ojas. Energy takes another form. Energy is wasted enormously when one gets angry. The whole nervous system is shattered by an outburst of anger. The eyes become red, the body quivers, the legs and hands tremble. No one can check an angry man. He gets enormous strength for the time being and gets a collapse after some time on account of reaction. Instances are recorded wherein women have killed their children by nursing them with breast milk when they were in a fit of anger. Various poisons are thrown into the blood when one is angry. Fiery dark arrows shoot out from the astral body. These can be seen clearly by clairvoyant eye. In the light of modern psychology, all diseases take their origin in anger. Rheumatism, heart disease, nervous disease are all due to anger. It takes some months for the restoration of normal equilibrium in the nervous system. Passion is the root and anger the stem. You will have to destroy the root, passion, first. Then the stem, anger, will die by itself. A passionate man is more angry. A brahmachari who has preserved his virya always keeps a balanced mind. He has a cool brain at all times. The root cause of anger is ignorance and egoism. Through vichara, right inquiry, egoism should be removed. Then alone can one control his anger completely. Through development of the opposite virtues such as kshama, love, shanti, karuna, friendship, etc., anger can be controlled to an enormous degree. The force can be reduced. Atma Jnana alone can fry all samskaras of anger and eradicate it in toto. If an aspirant has controlled anger, half of his sadhana is over. Control of anger means control of lust also. Control of anger is really control of mind. He who has controlled anger cannot do any wrong or evil action. He is always just. It is very difficult to say when a man will be thrown into a fit of fury. All of a sudden he gets an irresistible fit of anger for trifling matters. When anger assumes a grave form, it becomes difficult to control. It should therefore be controlled even when it is in the form of a small ripple in the subconscious mind, chitta. One should watch his mind very, very cautiously. Whenever there is the least symptom or indication of light irritability, then and there it must be nipped. Then it becomes very easy to control anger. Be careful and vigilant and watch the ripple. Then only you are a sage. Whenever there is a little irritability, stop all conversation and observe Mauna, the vow of silence. Practice of Mauna daily for 1 or 2 hours is of great help in controlling anger. Always try to speak sweet, soft words. The words must be soft and the arguments hard. But if the reverse is the case, it will lead to discord and disharmony. There is a sharp sword in every tongue. If you find it difficult to control anger, leave the place at once and take a brisk walk. Drink some cold water immediately. This cools down the body and mind. Chant Om loudly like a lion for 10 minutes and then chant Om Shanti mentally or verbally for 5 minutes. Think of the picture of your Ishtam. Pray. Repeat your Ishta mantra for 10 minutes. Gradually, the anger will vanish. Find out the real cause of your anger and try to eradicate it. If a man abuses you and calls you names, you become furious at once. Your blood becomes hot. Why do you feel offended when he calls you a dog or a donkey? Have you developed now 4 legs and tail like a dog? Why do you get excited for little things? Inquire. What is this abuse? Is it not mere vibration in the ether? Am I body or Atman? No one can injure Atman. The Atman of the abuser and the abused is one. Do I really gain anything by retaliating? I waste my energy. I hurt the feeling of another man. I disturb and pollute the thought world. I do real harm to the world by sending a current of hatred. This world is unreal. I will live here for a short time only. Let me bear this insult. Let me excuse him. I will develop inner mental strength and power of endurance. You can thus very effectively eradicate the feelings of anger. A time will come when you will not be irritated even a bit by harsh words, abuses, and insults of this kind. You will not pay the least heed if a man says that such and such a man has said bad words against you. You will simply laugh the whole matter away. An irritable man is very weak and has no mental strength. You must try to remain cool even in the most provocative conditions. If you are hungry and if you suffer from any disease, you generally become more irritable. If you have some troubles, difficulties, or loss, you get irritated for little things. If a sannyasi who lives in the cave says that he has controlled anger, you cannot believe him. The waves are for the time being suppressed. There are no opportunities for him getting irritated. If some transactions take place, if he is ill-treated, he will again manifest his anger. The world is a better training college for the control of anger. An aspirant should direct all his attention towards the conquest of his powerful enemy. Sattvic food, japa, regular meditation, prayer, satsanga, service, vichara, kirtan, practice of pranayama and brahmacharya, all are some of the most potent factors that pave a long way in eradicating this dire malady. A combined method should be adopted in its eradication. Smoking, meat eating, and drinking of liquors make men very irritable. Therefore, these should be completely abandoned. Be careful in the choice of your company. Give up the companionship of evil characters. Talk little, mix little. Plunge yourself into the spiritual sadhana. Develop kshama, forgiveness, vishva prema, cosmic love, karunya, mercy, and nirabhimanata, absence of egoism. Meditate in the morning on the virtue of patience for 10 minutes. Reflect and repeat the formula Om Patience mentally several times daily. Remember the saints and their lives. Say unto yourself, I am patient now. I will never get irritated from today. I will manifest the virtue of patience in my daily life. I am getting better and better. Feel that you possess a magazine of patience. Think of the advantages of possessing this virtue and the disadvantages of irritability. You may fail many times, but you will develop patience gradually and become an embodiment of patience. He who is able to resist the force of desire and anger even before he quits his body, he is a yogin. He is a blessed man. Gita, chapter 5, verse 23. Those who are free from desires and anger, and who have subdued their minds and realized themselves, around such austere men lies the beatitude of God. Gita, chapter 5, verse 26. Do not identify yourself with the vritti of anger. When a wave of anger arises in the mind lake, stand as a witness of the vritti. Become indifferent. Say unto yourself, I am witness of this modification. I am distinct from this vritti. I have nothing to do with this wave. Then this vritti will die by itself. It will not disturb you. Identification with the vritti is the cause of human sufferings. Identify yourself with the self. Stand like a lion as a spectator of the mental menagerie. Live in the spirit of the above two shlokas. Eradicate anger. Manifest inner spiritual strength. Realize Satchidananda Atman. Glory unto those who have rooted out their anger and attained knowledge of the self.